The Battle of Cusco was one of the most dramatic and decisive encounters in the Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire, taking place in the Andes Mountains of Peru. After Spanish conquistadors, led by Francisco Pizarro, captured and executed Incan Emperor Atahualpa in 1533, they marched into Cusco, the capital and heart of the Inca Empire. The Spaniards targeted Cusco as it would provide them with great territorial control and immense treasures such as gold. To maintain order, the Spaniards chose Manca Inca Yupanqui as their puppet ruler, stripping him of any true power. The Spaniards began to take over Cusco while insulting, humiliating, and physically abusing Manco in the process. Eventually, Manco had enough of the mistreatment and decided to plan his own rebellion to reclaim his empire. In May of 1536, Manco decided it was time to strike back. He fled the city, rallied his followers, and assembled an enormous army, estimated between 40,000 and 100,000 warriors, who were equipped with bows, javelins, axes, shields, and body armor. Inside the city, the Spaniards were greatly outnumbered, with fewer than 200 soldiers. However, they did have the support of indigenous allies who had been conquered by the Incas previously, who now sought revenge. Initially, it appeared that the Incas had a fair shot at reclaiming their beloved capital. What followed was an extremely brutal and intense siege. The Incas surrounded the city, cutting off food and water supplies, while setting fires throughout Cusco. For months, bloody street battles ensued, and it seemed certain that the Spaniards would be annihilated. But the Spaniards held two critical advantages: military technology and allies. Steel weapons gave the Spaniards great protection that the Incas could not match. Pizarro also began dispatching other military expeditions, including cavalry units, to help relieve Cusco. By late 1536, the Incas began to back down, as they could not withstand the Spanish counterattacks. Facing defeat, Manco Inca fled to the mountains, where he established the Neo-Inca state, Vilcabamba. The Incas would continue to defy Spanish rule here for several decades. The Battle of Cusco was the largest indigenous uprising against the Spaniards, showcasing the great resilience of the Incas. The establishment of the Vilcabamba state highlighted their drive to resist domination, even as Cusco itself was left devastated, with warriors on both sides killed. The collapse of the Inca resistance allowed for Spain to strengthen its colonial hold, as they provided new resources and reinforcements to the land. In the long term, Cusco experienced immense cultural and economic transformation. Christianity spread, the encomienda system forced indigenous labor and land redistribution, and Spanish language and architecture reshaped the city. With that, social inequalities that stemmed from the Battle of Cusco are visible in present-day Peru through the marginalization of indigenous peoples. Ultimately, the Battle of Cusco was more than a brutal fight. It was a battle over culture and identity, with consequences that persist in Peru today.